Okay. So again, I want to know exactly who we're talking to, what we're talking about, and so forth. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into this. This is Deuteronomy, and we're in chapter 1, verse 1. It says, this book, because I'm wondering, it's been something asking me, why was Moses not able to enter into heaven? I see Moses' energy in other individuals. I see myself as that. That energy of Christ's wisdom is never going to change for me. So while I feel like people are trying to flip the script all the time and project energy for you to take on certain roles, it's not happening. I feel like some of these other feminine energies and masculine energies possibly even, represent Moses more than I do. But of course, since somebody heard me say something about bringing people out of the mindset of Egypt. But then again, Christ also brought the people up from that energy as well, or God. So which one, you know what I'm saying, is it? But I do feel like I can see or sense or sit in an energy of let my people go. So this is how I can see that it does fluke. I can't not say that I can't connect or, what can I say? I cannot channel or sense that energy, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to me. I'm just saying, we're going to be careful about what we're saying here. We're not going to alter anything. We're just going to be very careful because, again, some of us are living these things as well. So we are seeing the movement and the placement and remembering what certain people said and what certain energies came in and what you see, what you know, what you sense, using all of your sensors in order to put this visions and things and stuff that source stops you to look at and absorb for a later time. This is what I use in order to be a seer or a sense of an oracle here of God. So we're just going to go ahead and look here. This book records Moses's address to the people of Israel when they were camped in the valley of the Arabath in the wilderness of Moab. Now that's a lot, but it's very specific. So really, who needs to really listen to this is, first of all, this book records Moses' address. So again, if Moses did something, everybody's like, it's a kind of like a something we don't really know for sure what he did, that he couldn't make it in or whatever. Because what I feel like is people are trying to move in on certain areas, neighborhoods, possibly mine, right? They want to possibly try to evict someone from a home that they paid mortgage on, that they purchased. Breaking up the family didn't work. Secretly recording the family didn't work. Or did it? Do you see what I'm saying? So taking in all these things and trying to use it for information in courts lets you know that, again, if people are able to do this and record people, again, I think that, it depends on your state laws or whatever, but if people are able to do this in this state, when it comes to this kind of so-called investigation, then that is something that we should all be very concerned about as so-called Americans or Americans here. If somebody can put a recorder in your home and record you privately in your home because they feel like they want to, for as long as they want to, then that is a problem. Without you being aware of it, that is a problem. And there should be upheaval and an uproar. But again, we have all of these distractions that are taking over the headlines when it comes to the Rittenhouse energy and the, Aubrey energy. You can go ahead and take your emotions and your feelings somewhere else. I look at things for what they are, and I call them out as they are. Any of the other emotional ties you want to have to that case, that's something that you can do. I'm looking at it for what it is and calling it out for what it is. Again, those distractions are also red dragon energies. We're dealing with the Antichrist energy, which could be possibly looked at as a satanic or devil energy. It's going to be People that look like us carrying hate for those particular people that are the chosen or the elect or the people that have a promise or have been gifted or ordained to do things. And law, man in his law thinks that they can have the higher power over that, and that they can derail what is going on, what they can see and what they've witnessed. I think it's talking about miracles in here. They witnessed these things, but again, they want to be stiff-necked. You think that we always think that they're talking about the so-called people of Israel. No, it was the stiff-necked people that were over them in the hierarchy in these positions. Sometimes where I see in this text is the reason why they were put into the positions, because people didn't want to give up their power or authority, or they wanted to control these people. The whole thing with Brittany going on in the media today, again, you know what I'm saying? With this conservatorship energy, there was someone speaking on it saying lots of people are under this. Do we realize this is going on? Who are they? You know what I'm saying? And that there's steps you can take, I guess, to see and make sure to release yourself, right? So I'm just figuring this out, really, right? That there's actual ways of what you can call it or try to find out about it. What should be something that I guess should be very important, because this is why I think that secret so-called societies or secret slavery situations are going on here, and you may not even be aware. Whole townships and things like this, right? And it's like, it's like whatever this is, that this energy of this luring, it's almost like it's a trap. The situation that I'm in, when you deal with the legalities, is one thing. When you deal with what's going on in the physical, it's done. When you look at what's going on in legalities, not. So what is this? Is this a Rahab energy sending again in her spies, or sending in these energies in order to, or is it a masculine again with a plan to, defile or have defiled a woman? You know what I'm saying? And then how far will we go with these things here? How far would it? And nobody should take it personal, because I'm not really, finances. Because I'm not really, coming at anybody directly. We're just going in on this scribe or write. Okay, we're just going in on this to see what we're talking about here. All right, we're using our intellect here. We're using wisdom, knowledge, understanding, discernment, common sense, to see what we're talking about here and how somebody's trying to get one over on these wisdom. This is unicorn. That's why I'm looking at myself as like a last damn unicorn. Like, people is just, it's crazy. I'm starting to think some of these people is just damn near obsessed. And then we have Native American here. Those are the only cards that I'm gonna pull. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let's look at these love cards and see if it's something in here that's gonna say something, why somebody might be trying to trip, or, come at somebody because they mad about something. It's just some real discrepancies going on around here. It's just so, I think this night is just one of them things that's just like irritating me. And really, I probably shouldn't. Oh, man. But I can't give it up. I need to know. I need to know. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. All right. Okay, and look at her. Stopping smelling the roses. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it just don't happen that quick for some people. And again, all of these requests, or these, again, like I said, it's just this luring energy. At night, I am an empress. What do I look like? And plus it's not even really like, no real like thing. You know what I'm saying? What is this? What do you want? Like, I don't understand. And again, I feel like, yeah, it is like a meeting, again, like, I don't know, in, like some kind of dream state. But again, for me, and it makes me just go ahead and just try to figure out even with that, because, I feel like, again, that, I've been questioning. I've been really like taking a lot of naps. So it's kind of like, So I know this energy, right? And it's like somebody's up to something then. Because again, some of us, that's the only way that they can get to you is in the sleep realm, in the dream space. What do they call it? Dream fasting or whatever in the dark crystal. So again, reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life. Again, okay, so Okay, so then that whole energy that I sensed today, and again, from the cakes that were baked, this is possibly what it is. And since the energies are coming in from so many different, it don't even give you, what I'm saying, a chance to even really, what I'm saying, observe what the hell is going on. And this is what I'm saying. So again, there must be something here, because a God, I'm saying, if in this instance, since we're using Ashtoreth energy here, there must be something here. It's like an ambush of the feminine energy here. And again, I'm always on the defense. But I think about it as like just being constructed that way. Being the capital, it has something to do with defense. It has something to do with sensing when something is, what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be the bearer of that news, to say question everything, and this looks kind of skeptical. But if you allow people to try to beat you down because that's the way that you see, that might be just my gift. You know what I'm saying? Then, how can we know, or how will we be able to see past what we've been brainwashed with in the church and other institutions? You know what I'm saying? So again, religious factors. So I do think that there's something with religious factors here. Okay. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And again, for me, I study the word. The word of God. I consider and I acknowledge the words of the Lords and everybody else in here. I respect that. But when it's talking about the word of God with a capital G or all caps, I'm listening. So again, this book records Moses' address to the people of Israel when they were, not when they will be in the future. Some of this stuff possibly was supposed to be dropped then. We could say word could be talking about, but I would rather, if it really wanted to be specific, I would rather say when they will be. You know what I'm saying? Because word kind of means past tense or are. So when they are would have been better. But the fact that we're using word makes me think past tense. So again, this is territorial. This is movement here. This is about, what I'm saying? Is it going to repeat itself the same way? Are things going to have to be tweaked and fixed because things were done the wrong way? Because we can spot some of these things that are mischievous, or some of these things that don't seem too right. That's where I come in. I'm thinking Department of Defense and even the Pentagon. There's a reason why that Pentagon, with a portion of it cut out, is on the top of the heads of the pharaohs, including Sekhmet. When they, all right, in the sense, the people of Israel, not the children, but the people of Israel, when they were encamped in the valley of the Arabah in the wilderness of Moab. Now, we spent time today speaking on some really big names here. This may be why I'm feeling like I'm getting this rush of this energy here coming in. I also feel like, again, the wheel of fortune is in a lot of our court right now, and I feel like mine, right? And I feel like someone's trying to ruin that. Trying to challenge beliefs or people's gifts, or, trying to, because these people are going to be possibly, you know what I'm saying? If something comes to light about this, they're going to be in big trouble. Some of these people are going to be owing people money back and things and land back that they can't afford to give back because it may not even be with them anymore. You know what I'm saying? May already be sold off to someone else already, or something else. So again, that means that these people are working with people in high places, taking up crafty counsel against Christ and antichrist energy and the other people that are chosen. This may even have something to do with your health. Okay? Some of these people are ruthless. They will smile in your face and they will not tell you the truth, and they will give you chatter about everything else but what's really going on because they're involved. So again, take you into slavery again with ships. I don't know why. Okay? I'm just, something is telling me to take these cards here. Baby, right? So it's almost like somebody is saying, hey, right? Are you sure that I have forgiveness, right? Right? For all the wrong I've done, right? There's some, and again, some people turn away from some things that they do to people, and some people keep on going. And they got to try to sit up all night and try to think of another crafty way. Male and female. Orphan. And I'm going to stop there because the cards are flipped upside down. Yeah. And it comes right back to finances again. So I'm just wondering what we're going to be talking about here. All right? But that gives me all I need to know right there. So anything else in here in this text is very questionable, because I know that certain people are being put in in positions of authority. People that seemingly look like you and me, that act like you and me, that are in our so-called indigenous community, that are, again, planted there by said people, and said fathers or owners are foreign energies. And so, again, they do as their fathers do. Even people that are not foreign, that are from here, that may fear that the growth and development of the true children of Israel standing in their full power and potential is a threat to them, like Biden said in that video. If they don't get rid of those weapons, can we be weapons? Can we be weapons of mass destruction, especially when this virus is going around, supposedly? Like, how much equipment really? Is some of that equipment really actually people, you know what I'm saying, that are valuable, you know what I'm saying, or star members or persons? And now people are even more afraid because they left them behind those lines. And they're afraid that, again, they can be used against them when, again, we already were telling them, again, what was going to be happening, that certain militias and groups and things like that, especially even when it comes to our people in our own community, would take advantage of these things and try to use them against their fellow neighbors, right? In order to defile them, or in order to, again, spy on them and then use that information in the court of law, or use it for anything else to try to defile these people, to assassinate their character or crucify them. Recording people in their homes, maybe your little children. It's okay when it's happening to one family. And everybody's looking in, because that's the main family, because that's the royal heir. Those are the royal heirs in the family. But what is unbeknownst unbeknownst to you, those same cameras are probably in your bathroom, recording your babies when they go to the bathroom, in order to take down a family before they get a chance to go into the kingdom. Or take certain positions. I won't say won't be able to go into the kingdom. I'll say, because even the heathen is going to be saved. But I'm saying positions of power. So all of those people should be, again, jailed. And they should get the same treatment. When it comes to minors, that's something else. And they should be under the fucking jail. So bow down, like what, like Biden said, you're gonna have to do things the way that we do them. You're gonna have to do things the way we do them. See, he doesn't know that I have this, or he maybe does know but doesn't care. Or again, maybe that is the Messiah energy. But I feel like, again, I am in the equivalent power because, again, I feel like it doesn't matter. I know my DNA runs thick. And nobody's ever going to be able to take that from me. My connection with Source runs thick. It may not be the same God you serve, but the one that I serve. That even though I spend time focusing on other energies here and trying to help others here on this plane, I know that there is another source above me. There's others that are within me. Another. But that doesn't mean that man doesn't try to use his tools to wiggle their way into that space as well, with all of these things that are being put up in your neighborhoods and things of that nature. All right? Someone likes to see me like this. Somebody likes to see me in this zone right here. Somebody likes to see me get upset like this, I think. Especially when it comes to this word. Somebody likes it. And somebody totally can't stand it. Maybe that's why the thing about religious factors or whatever came out. And in the wilderness is kind of like in like a area that's been abandoned. You see what I'm saying? Possibly by the United States military. Americans left behind those lines. And again, these other big groups, like I told you, they don't hide from me either. I see them too. And they all, now that they see, oh, she sees us too, okay, then we'll combine with these and we'll just get stronger and we will, and this is what they plan to do. But again, I'm just telling you. And just realize we're talking Moab. What I tell you, it reminds me of, again, the Moorish energy, the Nation of Islam energy, the cutting sword. I don't know why those two emblems were together, but one lets me know that there's something between that. It's either join them or die or something like that, and I don't know which one it is. I don't know which one is more rowdy. But again, the construct has made sure that they give a certain image of this body, while these bodies are strengthening their swords and strengthening themselves in order to eat away at whatever it is that, because Zion cannot be moved. Unfortunately, there are some of us that are coming from a good place, that are pure-hearted to a certain extent, right? As best as you can be. Righteous and upright, and there's some that are greedy, power hungry, and will do whatever they have to do in order to obtain or to get or take. So even we're talking Ashtoreth here, if it's dealing with that energy there, her and her Triton, but they've given the power, you see what I'm saying? They've given the power to other entities and dressed them in red. They may be unpacking and we may be unchaining. But fortunately, for some reason, and again, these people think that they're funny, we don't realize the chain that's on that person's hat. I'm just saying, this is the stuff that I'm saying. I mean, I just see these things. It's just so irritating to me. Because we made claims that the red dragon was coming at us again. Also, the red dragon is back in the White House. It's a movement. The Antichrist is a whole full movement. The red dragon is something they're going to be using throughout these times in order to consume whatever information that Israel is putting out, whether it's putting that noose around the neck of platforms and things like that and algorithms or whatever it is. They see that you're fearless. They don't want to have to say that they went in and dragged you out, so they'll lure you out or try. Peace, peace when it's war. Those who call good evil and evil good. Did we bring up Malcolm? The energy is here. Maybe it's not that many people that can do that, but the energy is here. King, the energy is here. And again, some of these people may be here. I won't say those two, but I'll say others. East of the Jordan River. Okay? So it's specifically for these people at that time in that place. It also is talking about cities in the area included, what they are included, which ones that are included here. I'm not going to go through it. You can do it on your own. The speech was given on February 15th. Okay, see, that's why I love this Bible. Let's see what else was happening on February 15th. Oh, wait a minute. Because then we got to remember the Hebrew calendar and then the regular calendar. The 15th, that's 3 days from now. Even if we want to go ahead and look at it in that light. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure. Oh, I probably already did it, didn't I? I forgot where I wanted to be at in the book. Hold on. My nose ring is twisting around. February 15th. I mean, I think that's like, ain't that like, I don't celebrate these days anymore, but isn't that like Valentine's Day or something? Let's see. Wait, what holidays? Single Awareness Day, National Wisconsin Day. All right. I mean, some of this stuff just kills me sometimes. Like, we just ain't got nothing else better to do. But who am I to judge, right? Lunagani. Shiva. Yeah. See, a lot of the people think that thing, I don't know. I think people seem to think that thing, I don't know, they're talking about suing somebody for that concert or something like that. I totally think that. I mean, people are saying it's like ritual work or whatever and, stuff like that or whatever. But my whole thing is, I don't know. I think that was an act from a higher power. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's not, I don't know. But I don't even spend my time that much looking too deep into that stuff anymore because, I don't know. I can see it from a distance and it just be like, don't even touch it, right? Well, it said like 400 years or something somewhere in here. So maybe, let's see. What do I want to say? Let's see, like, address the nation or something. Oh, President's Day. President's Day. Okay, so this thing was given on President's Day. Oh, that many years ago? Oh my goodness. Or are we really just talking about, maybe like the 1800s or something, because the Bible is not that old. I mean, you just be cracking me up. Monday holiday law to provide uniform annual observances of certain legal public holidays. Legal public holidays. Let's see, on Mondays, by creating a 3-day weekend, Congress hoped to bring substantial benefits to both the spiritual and economic life of the. Okay, this already. Okay, so there we go right there. Already in here, we're talking about the spiritual in the law. So it's got some. I mean, I think people have been provoking something about like Congress should be doing something. Washington's birthday coming up. Okay, on the 22nd of February. It made me think about my grandmother's birthday. I want to see. Let's see. One more thing, y'all. And then I'll let you guys go. I mean, this is just like, this was me just, you know what I'm saying, just looking at something from a different angle, right? I lost, 1898, an explosion in Havana Harbor sank a battleship. Okay, maybe that's why that ship showed up. Okay, maybe even finances, right? Maybe left some people as orphans. Oh, leaving or travel. Okay, I don't know, something about two podiums and two something. It's been coming up a lot. And maybe that is in the Hangman. Because I was reading this chapter and I'm like, what in the world are we talking about? The Hangman card is in Deuteronomy. So we're going to make sure that, I hope I remember to bring it out when we do that. So again, Atlantis energy here. Okay. A monk or a nun. Sank the battleship USS Maine, killing 206. And again, this may be also people trying to, like I said, it may be somebody planning energy. You know what I'm saying? As long as it don't got me doing nothing crazy or whatever, I don't be tripping too much, so that people can find out places where they can go digging for gold, as to say, or something like this. But I remember that portion that we read in the Bible that said something about that money that was stolen from certain people and that it was taken or consumed by the gale. And it was underwater. It's funny how we pulled that card again of that veteran underwater. Because usually this stuff is like, it's like a 3-day period, 5-day period where all of this stuff, and then it starts coming together like, oh, okay, right? So again, killing 260 American seamen. Birthing and precipitating the Spanish-American War, which originated in the Cuban struggle for independence from Spain. All right. Let's see if we can pick up a couple more. Socrates is sentenced to death by the city of Athens for corrupting the minds of the youth of the city and for impiety. Wow. I wonder if he was just telling the truth. I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, I'm not saying too much. You know what I'm saying? Look at that image. I mean, I ain't saying that I'm like bad looking or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, very strange. Very strange indeed. Very strange. Let's see what else. A Caesarian king is crowned king of Persia. The last great king, okay? The emperor in 1539, the Emperor Charles receives a cardinal pole in Toledo. I don't know what a cardinal's pole is, but it sure reminded me of that serpent on that pole. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's reminding me of a serpent on a pole. And then also, I don't know. Something telling me to put this up. I don't know. Serpent on a pole. You know, this is making me think about pikes or stakes, or someone hanging something, heads or bodies on a stake or a hook. The Dutch coast is hit by a heavy storm. We don't really. Russian troops occupy Lithuania. I wonder if that has something to do with Georgia. I don't know. I mean, I did warn them that the same thing that they were probably doing to people is going to end up happening to them. Ferdinand succeeds the Holy Roman Emperor. Isaac Newton writes Robert Hooke. If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. That's paying homage. Standing on the shoulders of giants, because they were giants in the world in those days. Again, entities or angels mounting donkeys. Or asses, Democrats. A physicist, mathematician, and a scientist. Oh, King Charles II reports an anti-French covenant with the Netherlands. Lots of things. So again, you guys can do this here if you want. I mean, I'm showing you guys the things that we do here, right? To try to just pile on things that let you know we see what you're trying to do. There's more events. It's called On This Day. It's one of my favorite, I shouldn't say that because probably, then they'll try to change some shit up on here. Change some things up. Charges of treason against Jefferson Davis are dropped. You know what that remind me of? Didn't I just see something that came up in my thing today talking about I think it said charges against Jay-Z dropped or something? And I'm thinking, is this a hoax or something? Because I didn't even know nothing was going on. Ground broken for Northern Pacific Railway. I wonder if this has something to do with that pipeline that they're talking about, if they're going to do whatever they're going to do with it. U.S. Congress authorizes women lawyers to practice before Supreme Court. Again, these kind of things, all right? So these are some of the things. Okay, a war, all right? British troops under Lieutenant General John French after a 124-day siege. How many days have they pulled out of Bagram? How many days have the people been stuck behind enemy lines in America? On their own land? That it seems people want to have them migrate away from. I would look that up in etymology. We've done it here: migrate, immigrate, immigrant, migrant. In order to give funds to other people to come in, and then what did King say? Not only that, brought them in to take the land that was taken from who? The original peoples. Land grab. They taught them how to farm, paid them to go to school, paid them to farm. But they want to get you hooked on some stuff that's free. American Aborigines and poor so-called white people. So you could be dependent on. while foreigners come in here and get exalted on high. And the true children of the Holy Land, no matter your color, race, or creed today, because we're dealing with energy, frequency, and that's something else, will be asked out. And ass is in the Bible. All right. So this could be something that already even happened last year. You know, it could be something that's going to happen. It could be something that might happen 2 months before. Anything. I'm just saying pay attention because the 15th is coming up in a couple days. 40 years after the children of Israel left Mount Horeb, though it takes only... So again, that happened 40 years after. So this is something that did already happen. Okay? Right? And we've come to bring order to the court, justice, and to say we ain't having it this time. I see you. And no matter you try to block platforms and things like that, we're still going to speak it, and people are still going to hear it because the sheep hear each other's voices, because we are on one accord the same way you are on one accord. The only thing is you work for your fathers, and we are children of the land, of God, of this land. If that's the only thing we're going to have to stand on. Even if we're talking about the gods of nature, that which is natural. The one that wonders why people keep running to law to save themselves. That one. That gave the pentacle, right? Hold on. I don't want y'all really... Y'all gotta excuse me. I took my belt off because my stomach was like, ugh, I couldn't breathe. Because I had like a belted... Okay, but that's too much information. All right? They're afraid of this tower moment that's just going to happen. And I'm tired of taking them. I've seen them, but I don't want to take it. I'm just saying this time, somebody about to be mad and it ain't going to be me. Justice going to be served. We need to get our heads, or I need to get my head away from the wands for a minute and use the sword. Because there's some people sitting over here like this, male or female, that need to let go and let other people live. She done been. Dear mama. That's the energy. But again, call it you know what power. If somebody got it like that, no wonder why they want to keep some of these masculines away from some other feminines. What's that Barry White song? Practice what you preach. You keep telling me this and telling me that. You say once I'm with you, I'll never go back. So I have to realize that some of these people that are giving messages, sometimes, not all of them, not even many of them, you know what I'm saying? Be careful. Somebody want people to be left out in the cold. I'll just say me. But I'm catching on to what's going on here. Because again, we're in hermit mode and shedding a light on things. Taking a closer look. Just really paying attention now. Right? But again, and these cards have been shuffled and put back. But it doesn't matter. We have the wheel of fortune. And the wheel is going to continue to be turning. I'm telling you, it is what it is. All right? It is. To travel from Mount Horeb to Kadesh. This is making me think about Moses, the Seminole Indian, something Moses. I can never remember the name. But then we have Moshe from the Moshe people in South America. And then again, I look at, Harriet Tubman as a Moses. But then Harriet Tubman had a problem with some of the women that were doing the same thing in the Midwest, right? I think there was like a clash of titans there. And I was wondering what was really going on with that. You know what I'm saying? Because some people were thinking of, Harriet as a, just saying. You know what I'm saying? When I say about people that have come in the past, Judas, what is it, Isocrat or whatever the name is, right? When I think about that spirit, and then also knowing now that you can be the son, and they will literally try to create another depiction of you or another version of you and prop that up and leave you behind. Because again, really, ye are the gods, and if you don't know that, you can't even tap into that which is within you that's going to get you to your higher self. Because in that 1700 Bible, we read that King James was the Most High God. That means the Son possibly is the Most High God on this planet. And God, his Father. That's what it says on the front page. The world. People know the world is, but they will keep you a secret. They're not going to make this public. It won't be publicized or televised. They'll use somebody else's face and somebody else's name while they're talking right straight about you, to make sure that you don't get too out of hand and too popular. Because if you do amongst your own people, then people will actually want to fight for you, right? But instead of changing things, we'll allow them to keep on creating a narrative and telling us what we should do and how we should stand and who we should stand for and with. And if you don't see them on the media or the news, they don't matter. And they'll use public figures and things like that, names, to say that somebody said something about this, when there's plenty of people on other that are commoners, peasants, and servants, or again regular everyday people that are saying the same thing, but you don't see them put their name and title on the news. No. Because there's no real work being done in journalism, so-called, when it comes to mass media today. It's all fun and games until shit hit the fan. Those who put people in slavery will go into slavery. Those who thought they could be crafty with their counsel, we just gonna tell you how it's gonna be. Because we're dealing with the star. That's been pouring out all of this love and pouring out all of this. Again, and it's not just one of them. There's other ones too, right? That mothering, that energy, Mother Earth, or just someone. Notice that she's naked. Who never asks for love, but knows how to take it. I think that's how it goes. Sees a wall and breaks it. Can you love me naked? There's many people naked here on these cards. Especially with these prominent cards here, the sun and the star and the world card. These are very powerful cards to me in a deck. It's just like again, your energy is off, then you off. And they will fall. Every knee shall bow is going to occur. I think it already has a couple times, but just saying. These people think that they're so smart. And again, if you gotta try to convince me to convince myself to convince me that you trying to tell me what I am or what I'm not, why? If I'm not nothing, then why are you even worried about trying to convince me that I am or I'm not? Let me just be the person saying what it is then. You know what I'm saying? Why is it so much emphasis? Why, like, again, being a seer or oracle or someone, again, that can sense or have been given these gifts, you see what I'm saying? That's why I think there's so many high priestesses. We are those jewels. The real abundance, the real, source, in a sense. And together we are very powerful. They've just gotten so many people to turn. They got the bees in the hive to turn against the queen bee and then try to operate as queen bees. And then there's a whole bunch of BS and chaos going on. You know what I'm saying? because wands are going everywhere. Wands is coming out of one hive going into another. I mean, it's just too much. It's making me even think about the little wand or whatever with the honey on the tip. Anointed. I am sorry. Okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. One more. Y'all, hold on. Oh my goodness. I hope that this video, okay, yeah, it's only an hour. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to just make sure the video is at least an hour. You ain't even no need to do one if it ain't gonna be at least an hour. And we didn't get nowhere in the text. But I just wanted to really be specific on that point. Well, so what are you saying? Because this is saying that this is something that Moses put together. Moses can be a feminine energy or a male energy today. Vice versa. A feminine with male energy, a male with androgynous energy, whatever. Moses is not going to look the same, or his descendant or his son, which son just means descendant, which could be, again, I'm just saying, could have any type of body right now. And I feel like I sense who Moses is within the so-called indigenous community, at least. But they want me to take those roles, and they want to give higher roles or positions or perceptions or whatever. They want to deflect or project something onto me, you know, in order for me to take some kind of lower role. And again, I just said, I can't, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I don't, you know, I'm not going to keep on saying what I said. I don't have a problem with authority. The ill. I'm just going to be standing for what I said, and there's not going to be anything that changes that. It just, you can, oh, there we go. You can dress up any of these dolls. This is called dressing, this card is about dressing something up to, you know, put it on a pedestal or put it on something or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it's a lot of things that might be going into why people are doing this. One thing may be, well, I wouldn't imagine looks, because, I mean, but I'm just saying, like, anybody could get dressed up and look nice and put makeup, you know, if they had to, you know what I'm saying? It can't be like real likability, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it could be. But then if you've already created a narrative and tried to give people a certain example of somebody, then that could be already ruined. So that's what I was talking about when we were talking about, you know, ruining people's reputation the other day. I'm pretty sure there's a legal something that, right? But these people are really good at covering their tracks, unfortunately. But again, everybody stumbles sometime. And again, sometimes if it's not in this realm, then again, those of the other realm will come out and handle it. So again, this white dress is making me think about Revelations, like somebody else is putting on the white dress. Again, here we go with the wall, which is making me think about the Wailing Wall. All right. And then here we go here, and I'm going to just stop there. Trickery. See the noose here? The blood dripping down because somebody, you know, right? Inviting you to dinner, but probably got you sitting there with this shit on your plate. Something about time or time's up, and they think that it's time's up for some of us, but it's going to be time up for them. And again, because we shed the light on this, and we're not going to back down. That's why they call you troublemaker, or will try to give you even that. That's why I'm careful with devil, because anybody can turn somebody into a devil. So again, those who are calling good evil and evil good. The wolf, which is reminding me of that emblem on that USS thing here. And again, because it is supposed to be a time for healing, right? But these people are still trying to pull the wool over our eyes and wear gloves and stuff, like I said, so they can cover their tracks. And it's upside down because we see your ass. All right? Because again, they got this cauldron out here cooking up all kind of spells and magic and sending all kind of negative energy and trying to manipulate situations and mass manipulate and mass, you know. But again, justice is showing up again here. Okay? And that's somebody grandma that look like she ain't playing. There's all kind of eyes that's plucked out and floating around in the water, hands and bodies. She ain't playing. And she got this tree These little, oh, her roots. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all. Oh, she got roots, her roots in her hand. And she said, don't you come by here. Don't you come by here. Don't you come by here. It looked like a dead end behind her. Look at them branches. Definitely fall. Because she's wading in the water. I'm telling you, they keep saying don't cry over spilled milk. And I'm just like, who the hell spilled it? You know what I'm saying? Did somebody else spill this milk and you want me to clean it up? Or again, you know what I'm saying? Is there some reason? Why you want me to leave it alone? Because again, seeing this creature's paw here is making me think, because those who are crafty and creatures that were created got their hands all over this. They filthy paws all over it, right? But they put them white gloves on, make you think it's all good and clean, right? But again, we really care about humanity, and we are of royal bloodlines, right? Very spiritual beings. So we stand up for humanity, even if it causes a little bit of our own blood to shed. So I'm wondering, even when it's talking about that apple, which it never said in the Bible. I'm just wondering that when it's talking about that, it's really talking about just the damn truth. Because, now he knows. Should we let him go ahead and have this? So again, did the serpent lie or tell the truth? The serpent really told the truth. And it was never an apple. So your pastor been lying all this damn time. The church been lying all this time talking about an apple. But you don't realize that the serpent wasn't lying. The brooding vipers were, but the serpent wasn't lying. The serpent told it how it was. And you had free will. People might combat and say you didn't at that time, but whatever. But again, we're seeing here, we're going to start talking about what God says though, right? Because remember this is what Moses is saying here. And then again, we're going to see in 40 years, it was 40 years ago at Mount Horeb that Jehovah, okay, all right. Y'all know how it is when we get to Jehovah, okay? Again, sometimes I feel like it's a battle within myself, and then maybe it feels like sometimes it's a battle, again, amongst, another that may not see eye to eye, right? Okay, Jehovah, our God. So again, there must be more gods, because nobody would have to say our God. No, I'm going to pull my damn wig off. Nobody is going to sit there and waste the time or even word it like our God if there was not other gods. And this is a God with a capital G. So in this case, we are talking about a very relevant God, maybe a most high God. Now, I don't know where we're going with this when it's talking about G-O-D in all caps. That may be, again, that energy of God and whatever vassal that he would be in on this plane at a certain time as a living God. That's the energy that I get. You would have to do this kind of work on your own to see what resonates with you when you read these terms. I'm just pointing out the fact that there is a difference. I'm just pointing out, like I've always done, the fact that there is a difference. And again, people hear these things and then they speak about them on their platforms. They know the channel is small. That's my thing. If you know somebody's channel is small and you get something that's really good there or something like that, I don't see why people just don't say. I don't see why people just don't say where they got it from. Why they act like they just made it up. They don't realize, or maybe they don't even care if you might run across or stumble across the channel and it's some kind of theory or some kind of something that was very unique that you came up with, and then they just... Again, I don't say this unless I know that somebody is tapping into my energy, period. I may not know what you're doing or whatever, but I can see you. I can see. The thing is, I can see many. When I come across them, I can see and I can sense and I can hear and I know by what you're saying, what you're really saying, because I can read between the lines. Not that you should care. I'm just saying. I mean, I see that it's going on. My mouth is so dry. I do have water here. Yeah, so it says going by way of Mount Seir. And I don't know, that makes me think about seer, like someone who can see. But again, King Sion of the Amorites, okay? Morites or more, yeah. Again, it's making me think Seminole energy. And right above the Seminoles would have been, again, or even making me think, well, not Creek, but Seminole. And maybe it's a connection here, because right above Florida would be, again, the Carolinas. And then my family on both sides, on my dad's side, ran thick there, still are there. And so, again, it makes me think, again, and maybe this is why I have a close call or connection to this message here, or an alert. Because, again, we're talking about people that are here that have been through many lifetimes. So, again, depending on how you can tap in or how you use your sensors, or, again, that compass will be how much information you've already taken in with the information that's already there, tapping in to see these things. I don't say this to brag. I say this for people that may be interested in that way of seeing, to know. That you don't have to be a scholar to be, the Bible even says this, right? When it's coming to Yeshua or Jesus energy. So again, and King Og, which makes me think about old gods, okay, of Bashan, all right? Had been defeated at Ashtaroth. Again, that's what I feel. I feel like somebody felt as though they had conquered something. I ended up, again, communing with Source and going deep and finding something out, which may have seemed as though I was challenging somebody, or I ended up close to the top or something. And then now, all of a sudden, somebody's trying to figure out how to get back. And again, it's just like, okay, that with that emblem that we even talking about with the badge, right? And the coat of arms, or we're just going to call it a coat of arms, right? It's not a coat of arms. We're not going to call it that. We're going to call it what it is. What is it? We'll just call it a patch, okay? Shield or something, okay? All right. King Sihon of Amorites had already been, okay, Bashan, and defeated at Asher. Okay, so again, I don't know by who, but again, if it was hers, then that means that, again, she defeated them. I mean, if it was still called Ashtaroth, and here in this Bible, it's called, they're saying that her name is, I want to say that they're using Astarte. I can't find it right now, but yeah, possibly. It's spelled differently. Here then is Moses' address to Israel, stating all the laws. And again, this Moses energy could be a divine masculine and feminine together now. That, again, somebody hating really, though. Or, again, there might be somebody that really loves somebody and wants to help another group out, right? But, again, we have to see it both ways. And this is love and war. You understand what I'm saying? There might be somebody trying to gift somebody something by altering or changing or seeing something. And then there may be people that are still trying to take. They won't repent. They won't turn away from their stiff-necked ways. And they're going to keep on challenging and going and doing these things. And it may be somebody that is giving up and saying, hey, just take it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll just have to see. A lot of these people act like they don't read the Bible, and they do. And they try to stay steps ahead of you, right? Because they know that we're very, very powerful, some of us, with our voice, just speaking these things into existence. So while you're speaking your blessings into existence, or thinking them into existence, somebody is already there to catch them and take them off and try to, again, give them to someone else or birth that idea somewhere else. while keeping you suppressed or oppressed spiritually, physically, in some instances, financially, publicly, socially, is what I meant, not public. Okay? Stating all the laws God had commanded him to pass on to them. So again, this makes me think now, okay, now we're talking. Here then, this is a different time now. He already said what he said up here. This is a whole different time here. This is a whole different time here to me. Okay? And it's saying that again, now had commanded him to pass on to them. Okay? God had commanded him to pass on to them. It was 40 years ago. Okay? At this place at Jehovah. Okay? You have stayed long enough. Okay? You have stayed here long enough. Now go and occupy the hill country of the Amorites. Now this may be an order, like I said, from God, right? But it's saying Jehovah our God. So what about the people that's God is not Jehovah? You know what I'm saying? And this is not to deny what's being said here. It's just to provoke thought throughout the text when we see these kind of things. And is 40 years really 4 years, or is it 40 years? You have stayed here long enough. Now go and occupy the hill country of the Amorites, the valley of the Arabah and the Negeb, and all the land of Canaan, and Lebanon, the entire area from the shore to the Mediterranean Sea. To the Euphrates. Is this talking about? I won't go there. I don't know, but I just saw like maybe that Pitchfork kind of area, what I was saying, like coming up through the Mississippi, this lower south half, and then, Southern California and the other portions there. Promised to your ancestors by Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and all their descendants, right? So again, I don't know. This is making me think, like I said, somebody wants somebody to leave. But again, like I look at it as both being queen of the north and the south, east and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at it as that a universal energy here. And if it takes time to respect that, I look at it as a nationwide, including the whole land is how I look at it. And people ain't gonna like that, but that's just what I look like. Well, I mean, what I'm saying. I believe that, again, somebody else has drawn these imaginary lines in the sand. And again, we can still have somewhat of what we would call the borders or whatever. But I'm just saying, when it comes to rulership, these people cannot just go and just because now they're going to be losing power or they're giving it back to the original owners, that you're going to ruin it and you're going to toss it around. You're going to break it up. You're going to try to change the way that the monarchy works and things like this at the last minute. It doesn't work like that. Shouldn't work like that. So again, I am giving it all to you. Go and possess it, for it is the land promised to your ancestors. Okay, so again, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So again, this makes me think that, again, this is God actually stepping in. But the fact that I'm questioning what Moses said up here, because why is this not all of God's message? And then again, what God are we talking about? We're talking about Jehovah here. So again, you would have to really realize and resonate with what that means and how you feel about it throughout the rest of the text to see who we're talking about here. And the fact that Ashtoreth has a problem, you know what I'm saying, throughout the text, and maybe not here. It maybe just started here. Right? With that defeat. And somebody got pissed off, to lead to other things. At that time, I told the people I needed help. Okay? Now, this could be somebody helping Moses come against Yeshua or Christ energy, right? Now, this might be where the strife between the people that were moving that are not really spoken of, that were moving moving that energy of the railroad in the north, you know what I'm saying, versus with Harriet Tubman, because a lot of times they put the one that did the least work that are a part of whatever societies or something like that are the ones that get written. The real G's don't. Who was that we all, you had to go back about 2 months? Yeah, it was sometime in the summertime when I did that video on Leafy Anderson, I think. Yes, I think it was Leafy Anderson and then some other people that I brought up in that video that, again, they don't talk about in the story. And Queen Esther or Queen Sheba, I think was spoken about in that writing as well. So, again, same thing. Idols. Worshiping idols is what gets a. You don't realize that an idol is another person that's coming and trying to take the birthright or something that's ordained to someone else or something. You see what I'm saying? And being projected or pushed forward in a certain time when certain things, there's certain people that come here that are well equipped and built by source to do a certain job. And we end up taking them out before their prime. You know what I'm saying? And like I look at that as this syndrome as some people are working for the governing forces, right? They don't realize that they're being used, right? Again, on the lower scale, I think it happened to a lot of us, right? They don't realize that they're being used or they're able to keep on proceeding because what they're doing is actually working for that energy. It's not until they change from that kind of an altar to be likable when they wanted somebody to hate you, or when you start to speak something that strikes fear in them, that then they want to either kill you or remove you. Just basically to never be heard of again. So we're going to stop there. So you have to question many people that have been around for a very long time and been able to operate, especially speaking the way some people speak. That's no offense. It's not no shade. It's just asking questions. It's asking questions. It's asking legit questions. And when you see, it's kind of like a Black Widow energy here. And you see many people around those people end up dead. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm looking at this black pond here. You know what I'm saying? And this belonging card. So again, it's almost like, you know what I'm saying, when somebody lose too many people around them, decades and decades, then you start having to question some shit. That's just how I look at it. Then try to tell me something. Because I feel like, again, direct tension. There's certain leaders, again, period, that I felt direct tension from. Direct tension. And it was written. And it's written in that prophetic book, The Spring. I was reading the book and it said, what did you just see? And I was listening to a speaker speak and I slowed down and said, what the hell did I just see? I'm reading this book and looking at this. What did he just say? And I rewound it and it was on point with what was in that damn book. So I'm just telling you. And that's that book about Elijah and Esther when it comes to the spring. And I already told y'all that I think the spring can represent your phone, right? The screen on your phone is something with ongoing currency or frequency going on. Same thing with your television, right? It's so funny that some of these people in the indigenous community, you know, I've heard them say small things. It's just things like that stick to me about, you know, sleep study tests and, you know what I'm saying? It just so happens, you know what I'm saying, behind, like, what the hell are you trying to say? You know what I'm saying? And unplug your phone, unplug your TV and stuff at night and put your phone, you know, it's just certain things. Anybody could just use this information, but it just so happens when I realize that my phone and shit is tapped in too. And that I know that some shit is going on behind the scenes that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just wondering how you notice. I'm panicking, freaking out all day. People thinking it's funny and cute, and they talking about these same things here. What you know. Okay? Obviously, a lot that I don't know, and that's a damn shame. That shows you how people will, again, won't go along with you. They'll go against you, and then when they need you, they'll use somebody else to come to you to get the help so that you don't realize that it's really possibly them that need help. So you can't ask for no favors like you would any damn way. I'm just saying. I just call shit out for what it is because I don't play no games with people. We in a time when ain't nobody got time to be playing no games with nobody. Ain't nobody got time to be jealous with nobody. You want a motherfucker, take them. You want to have this, keep, you know what I'm saying? I don't have time for it. I really don't. You want her, have her. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna change how I feel about myself. I will sit in solitude and again, some of us are missing something when it comes to that because we have to be around people all the time. It's something very powerful about people. Maybe that's why that monk or nun card came up. And if I'm making a ship with somebody, it's going to be with my damn self because, again, I already know the Father is in me. And I'm in He, or there's no other way that I will still be sitting here in front of your face at this point in time. It's that serious. You're looking at, it's talking about love life. You're looking at your so-called leaders in all of you because we are the ones that we have been waiting for. You're looking at Malcolm and King and all of them and all of us, and you don't even realize it. Because so many people are censored or afraid to speak, or they feel like they don't need to speak, or maybe it's their God that tells them don't speak. I know when I speak, shit happens. So again, and sometimes it don't. You know what I'm saying? So again, it just depends on what it is. I don't ask for no petty stuff for myself most of the time. I'll go without many times. Devotion, Myra Bai. And then we have the tree. I only pulled 2 more cards here. Oh, and we have the moon hiding behind that tree. And then behind the moon, we have a skull. So I wonder if that's trying to say something. And behind that, we got identity. All right. But then we got endurance, which is on that patch. And then fate. So we're going to go ahead and stop there. All right. We also have fantasy. And I think it's good to, reside in that a little bit. Matter of fact, this lady is holding a house in her hand. Look just like that one that I'm going to get one day. Who knows? I mean, matter of fact, gonna get one day. It kind of looked like the one that, that plantation home that, again, that's already marked with my family's name down south. So, who knows? Maybe it's telling me to go back and get something. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe that is what that was saying. Right? Because there was some part of the family also that got moved down into Florida. But again, not to be prejudiced or not to be anything, but I'm calling it how I see it. The darker skinned people, even it was written on different blogs and stuff like that when people were doing blogging, that the darker skinned groups were of our family name were taken to Florida and Texas and things like that. Okay. And then the lighter ones were left in the Carolinas or even sometimes in Maryland and things like this. So again, it's that type of, and that's just what one side of one portion of the family. You know what I'm saying? So think about that times like so many times. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't just have their plantations in their family's name, and especially on both sides when it comes to so-called black people. That don't normally happen because we're talking about royal heirs here. Reuben and Gad and them, right? Benjamin and them. So anyways, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Take care. I'm tired. I think I'm about to go to bed. Throat's starting to hurt. Oh yeah, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and join us in the Facebook group American Aborigines Unchained. Again, for more information past, present, and future if you like. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care.